Hey everybody, how's it going? It's the Daily Shooter, and you ready for a shocker? Less than 2 weeks into the new year, and with the Democrat-controlled House of Representatives, Senator Diane Feinstein is introducing a new and updated assault weapons ban. This is going to go after your standard ARs, it's going to go after your AR pistols, it's going to go after pistol stabilizing braces, Thordsen Stocks, and other items that are used to get around current assault weapons registration. It's going to go after any magazine more than 10 rounds, and it's just more and more and more of the same old stuff. But we're going to talk about it today, and I'll let you guys know exactly what's going on. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm actually looking at a press release directly from Diane Feinstein's office. This explains exactly what they're attempting to do, what they're talking about, some of the provisions that are going to be in the ban, and some of the extra information like who is sponsoring it, who's co-sponsoring, and so forth. And the whole thing starts out by saying who led the way on this one. Obviously, we have Senator Diane Feinstein, we have Chris Murphy, a Democrat, we have Richard Blumenthal, Democrat, and then underneath that is a laundry list of other Democrats who are also co-sponsoring this bill, which again, seeks to ban what they consider to be assault weapons. Okay, so I'll put a link to this article down in the description box. You guys can go over there and read the entire thing if you'd like to. I'm going to sort of shorten and condense it so that we're not here all day talking about this new proposed assault weapons ban. But essentially what Feinstein and the other Democrats are trying to do is redefine on a federal level what is considered an assault weapon, and then ban the sale, manufacture, and importation of anything that falls within that new definition. And then to, I guess, close any of the leaks that they might have, they're also banning 205 different weapons by name. So they're going to start out by banning those directly. Okay, so what they're considering an assault weapon under the new definitions is a little bit vague and would ban quite a few firearms. So they're saying that's any military-style assault weapon that has a detachable magazine and any one or more of these evil features. So a telescoping stock, or a detachable magazine in a vertical grip, a detachable magazine in a vertical foregrip. So very close to existing assault weapons bans in states like California and New York. It looks like they maybe use those as blueprints to redefine on a federal level what's considered an assault weapon. So again, they leave the door open. Now in other states like California, they say any semi-automatic centerfire rifle with a detachable magazine and these evil features. I don't see that in this, so that means that it could apply as well to like rimfire 22s and stuff like that. Now, another provision in this bill seeks to ban any magazine or ammunition feeding device that could hold more than 10 rounds. Now, there is a grandfather clause for both the firearm side and the magazine side, but remember, again, this would ban the sale, importation, or manufacture of any new magazine that could hold more than 10 rounds. Now, in the updated provisions to the 2017 assault weapons ban, they are also going after AR pistols, and more specifically, pistol braces. They want to ban outright pistol braces. Also, if your AR pistol weighs less than 50 ounces unloaded, it is automatically considered an assault weapon under the new definitions and the ban. So anything under 50 ounces, and they're going to ban outright any pistol stabilizing brace that they say can be readily shouldered and essentially turn the pistol into a rifle, which we already know that the ATF has determined not to be the case, but that's still what they're pushing for here. Now, another thing that I find interesting is they want to ban any stock that would reduce the overall length of the rifle. So if you have a stock that is telescoping, if you have a stock that is folding, or any other stock that would initially or essentially reduce the overall length of pull of the rifle or pistol, that would be banned as well. Now, for those of us who live in states like New York and California that are currently under existing assault weapons bans very similar to this, we have learned that innovation is the key to avoiding registration and assault weapons regulations. So there's things like the Thordsen stock, we have fin grips, we have stuff like cross armory products and so forth to help us not only avoid registration, but avoid having our firearms confiscated because they are, considered assault weapons by the state. Well, that innovation hasn't gone unnoticed by the federal government. California Senator Diane Feinstein sees these things, and she wants to also ban these compliance parts. So they actually named the Thordsen stock and other items like the Thordsen stock directly in the provisions. So they want to ban stocks that are very similar to a Thordsen stock. And essentially what a Thordsen stock is, if you don't know, it's very similar to like a hunting stock that you can put on an AR-15. So instead of having a vertical grip, your hand comes up, very similar again to like a hunting rifle, and then you go ahead and you grip it like that, and it has a built-in stock that's part of the grip. Okay, there's also fin grips and other items that we have on the market that'll help us avoid these assault weapons regulations and so forth. Nonetheless, they are going after those directly to make sure that they close any loophole and that there wouldn't be any way around their ban. Now, on top of all that, if your firearm is affected by the new assault weapons ban, they would also impose new safe storage regulations on you, essentially saying that it would have to be rendered inoperable by using a trigger guard or keeping it locked in a safe at all times. So that's one of the provisions that's located in this bill as well. Now, while all of this really does seem absolutely ridiculous, and trust me, I get it, it's all unconstitutional, it's all something that we could fight, it is also very, very serious. And while I know a lot of people say, look, I don't want to call my senator because, you know, Feinstein is the person that authored this. She's obviously not going to care what I have to say. It's still worth it to pester these people. It is still worth it to be a fly in their ear and just let them know that this is not okay. I watched a great video with Guns and Gadgets here on YouTube. He did an interview with Gun Owners of America. And they agreed, while they understand that a lot of these Democratic senators and politicians don't necessarily care about our Second Amendment rights, it's worth it to send an email, to pick up the phone, or write a letter and say, hey, look, I disagree with what you're doing. So you just basically bug the shit out of them and let them know that this is not going to fly, okay? That this is not going to be accepted by a broad population of the American public. So that's one thing that I suggest you do. Also, donate to groups like Gun Owners of America. Donate to groups like the Firearms Policy Coalition. These are people who are fighting the good fight. Not just the fights that they think they can win, but fighting the fights that really affect us. Okay, these things are unconstitutional. We have to fight them in court, and we have to let our politicians know that, hey, look, we're here and we are not going anywhere. Okay, we are a large segment of the population and we are not the minority. They think we're the minority, but we are not the minority, and we are going to fight back. And stuff like this cannot and will not be implemented. So it's time to take a stand, because this is getting a little bit ridiculous now with all the states coming after us and the federal government. Anyway, thank you all very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you want more updates on all this craziness that's coming down the pipeline. Thank you all again very much for watching. Please like, subscribe. Have a great day.